Welcome to the Blended Mamas podcast, where we talk about co-parenting, the good, the bad,
the funny, and the sad.
I'm Maria. I'm the stepmom.
And I'm Sam. I'm the mom.
And we're doing another Shituations episode.
Yes, you guys love these ones. And honestly, I kind of like, I'm actually like enjoying these a lot more than before. I was like, fuck topics. Let's go with situations.
Yes. Okay.
I love
it. We're recording this on Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, but it'll come out not tomorrow, but the 13th. So the day after Mother's Day. Ooh. So when you're hearing this, it's the day after Mother's Day, which is always a trippy topic. Maybe that's a topic we should talk about.
I definitely would,
because we've talked about Mother's Day on our first Mother's Day as with the Blended Mamas. So in 2021 we talked about it.
Yeah.
So this situation has to do with that. So
okay.
My boyfriend has been in my kid's life now for 2 years. Mm-hmm. I asked him if he was wanting to do anything for Mother's Day, and he said he wasn't going to celebrate it. He isn't really on great terms with his mom, but not bad. I said, could we get some plants for the house for me? And he said that I didn't birth his child, so why would he celebrate Mother's Day for me? Knowing I have 2 children solely. We have them every day, but 4 to 5 days a month, they go to their other family. Am I wrong for being upset? And am I wrong for feeling like that's not right? Can you believe that shit?
What a fucking dick.
So they're with her all the time. Except for 4 to 5 days out of the month. They go with their dad.
But the fact that he actually had the balls to be like, you didn't birth me.
You didn't birth his children. Oh. He said, you didn't birth my children.
So does he get his ex anything for Mother's Day?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
Right. So then I mean, does he? Oh.
Look, okay, like, okay, how can I put it? If you are a mother, you're a mother, period. So that day,
you get to be celebrated.
You get to be celebrated. And I want to know if she celebrates him for Father's Day.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like she would.
Because of the fact that if she does and he still has that mentality, fuck you, we're done.
Especially because technically he's boyfriend, but he's step to like, her kids.
He is a father.
And if he's, kind of like a step-in father figure and he really does step up during that time, then yeah, he should be celebrated.
And then he wants to be praised for it or anything like that. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because that's bullshit to me.
That's messed up. Especially when your partner expressed to you, like, oh, I wanted to get flowers for the day.
Like, it would be nice to do this or this.
And they're like, meh. No, it's what it really sounds like to me. What it really sounds like to me is that he's upset about his mom not being in his life, and he's taking it out on his girlfriend.
Which isn't, for me, I feel like it's not fair. Like, I really don't talk to my dad. I really don't talk about my dad on here as much, and that's how I want it, to be honest. I love my dad with all my heart. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't celebrate him really on Father's Day. I celebrate my mom on Father's Day. Mm-hmm. And before all you Kevins out there, shut the fuck up because I don't care. But my thing is, I even celebrate Carlos. I'll celebrate his dad. I even celebrate like my best friend who is a dad. Like, and he didn't fucking birth me. I didn't birth his kid.
Right.
But if you're a dad to me and I see that you are actual like in their lives and everything, I'm going to celebrate you because I feel like, you know what? You do need to be celebrated on this fucking day besides your birthday. Like, you stepped up to the plate when probably most people don't. Like, I even celebrated my ex at one point when he was because I saw how he was with Jaden and I like loved it.
Yeah.
So I would get him something for Father's Day, but like he's like, but I'm not a dad, and he would be all sad. I'm like, but you act like a dad with Jaden and you play with her and you do all these things for her. So I want to show my appreciation to you. Just like for Mother's Day, before you even had Bo, what the hell did I do?
Yeah, you messaged me and said Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
Before
and not Carlos only that,
but Carlos didn't even do it that day.
Thank you.
He didn't even do it that day.
Yeah.
Everybody else did. And then, because at first I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be celebrated,
Mm-hmm.
And then you said it, and then I was like, oh. And then I was mad at Carlos.
That's probably why he didn't get me anything for Mother's Day.
He was like, I never he's like, I never do anything. I didn't even do anything for my mom or Sam or anything. Yeah. And I'm like,
See, but he doesn't do anything, period. So
Well, now he
that's
does.
different. Now he does, but before that,
I fixed
he
that
was like
real
that.
quick.
Yeah, he was like that. Like, yeah.
I fixed that real quick.
Yeah.
I was like, no, sir.
No, because, well, for one, like, Mother's Day for me, too, I think, like, 1 year I had a really, really good paycheck, because I know some of you guys probably don't know, but, like, roses are fucking expensive. Hella expensive. And the way I do it is really expensive. Because, you know, and some of you guys know, to the new ones, here it is. So for Mother's Day every single year, I celebrate it with, you know, all the women in my life that has had children. Also, dog moms. Believe it or not, I have done that before too.
Did you do it for Leah?
I didn't do it last year for Leah, because I really was kind of like on budget though last year. But if I'm able to do it,
that's
then
it.
I
Immediately
will do
when
it.
you say dog mom, I think of Leah.
Leah, I think I even did.
So
One of my coworkers who's known me since I was really young, Bernie, I gave her flowers, I think, 1 year. And so my tradition is, and this has been a tradition forever. I can't even remember. When I first started working, I think I was like 14, 15. And so I do a rose. Has to be a rose to represent each kid. So my mom gets 4, my sister Nana gets 3, my other sister gets 2. You get 2 now this year.
Yeah.
But even then, like last year when I did 1 rose and 1 sunflower, I was like, the baby's still cooking, so we gotta wait a little bit. But like, they're not my mom, you know. But for my mom, I go all out. Like when she's in town, I do breakfast for her. I'll take her out to sushi if she wants to, you know, do the whole thing. So it's not even just like, oh, because you didn't birth me, I shouldn't celebrate you. Even Carlos's mom, I get her flowers. I've always done that.
I always tell my stepmom Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
You know, and my siblings, my sisters, and my sister-in-laws, and my sister.
Yeah, same here. I'm like, I'm gonna praise you because you're a mom, and considering that I'm a mom, like, it makes you feel so good.
Yeah.
It really, really. I remember the year that Carlos got you a massager, and I was like, I didn't get anything.
What the fuck?
I was like, she's still pregnant. How come I didn't get anything? You're just like, huh.
Oh no, I think that was last year. Was that when I got a facial?
No, it was when you had Bo, when you were pregnant with Bo. Remember?
What did I get that year?
You got that massager, the back massager.
Oh, the
remember?
back massager. I thought you were saying I got a massage. I was like, I would have loved the massage then.
It was the massager, the back massager.
Yeah,
and I was like,
remember
I looked at him and I was like, I'm not getting
like
shit from fucking.
You're like, I want something. Yeah.
And for me, like, I like doing like cooking and all that stuff for like Father's Day. Because I feel like that means more than anything.
And last year on Mother's Day, you came over and grilled.
Yes.
Yeah. What are we gonna do this year on Mother's Day?
I don't know.
Excuse me. That's next week.
Oh shit, it is, huh? I don't know. I have to fucking get the flowers as soon as possible then.
Yeah. Oh, you better call.
No, I usually get it that day. Yeah, I always go to Yamaguchi's.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were in the 805 area, okay, side note, this is not sponsored or anything like that. Yamaguchi's towards the Fillmore area. Beautiful flowers.
Off the 126.
Beautiful. Oh my God.
That's the spot.
My mom actually went to high school with the now owners, and they never fail. I mean, oh my God. Even funerals, they do. Oh my God.
They do good. I think they did my grandma's.
Amazing.
So
that guy's a douchebag.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you're not wrong for being upset.
No, I would be upset too.
I would be super upset.
I would
be like, I don't even know if I would want to be in a relationship with him.
Because to be honest, okay, so I've dated a guy that was like, well, you're not my mom. I'm like, okay. I keep that shit. I'm a petty bitch sometimes.
Same.
So when he had told me that, I was like, okay. And then Father's Day came on, and I was like, oh, you know, happy Father's Day, Carlos. And I think I even texted my dad that year. Like, I was texting everybody. And he was like, so you're not going to tell me anything? I was like,
no, you're not my dad.
Did you tell me anything for Mother's Day?
Like, you're not my dad.
Yeah. And he was just like, I did buy you something. No, you bought something that you liked, and you gave it to me knowing that I was not going to fucking touch it.
What a fucking...
Oh, yeah. This one was bad.
Ew.
This one was like the asshole of the assholes that I dated. I've told you about him.
Yeah. I just feel like if the thing is, like, when you bring up something that you need from your partner and they like make you feel, they like gaslight you over it and make you feel like you're dumb for even asking,
yeah,
that's not a partner. So
no,
especially knowing that like you have your kids majority of the time, that's wild to me.
Yeah. And it's Mother's Day, not your Mother's Day.
Yeah,
it's Mother's Day. You celebrate all fucking mothers. That's how, anyway, I mean, that's how I see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I see it. Like, Thanksgiving is not just for that one fucking family. No, it's Thanksgiving. Like, it's for every holiday you owe. It's for everyone.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're going to, like, kind of be a dick and be like, well, you didn't birth my kids. Well, then go suck my ass, because you're not getting shit for fucking Father's Day then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun. Yeah. Yeah. Mother's Day can be really awkward when you're co-parenting and stuff, because, you know.
Yeah. Well, I want you to know that we'll celebrate you on Mother's Day too.
Yeah.
If I was able to afford all the flowers for our blended besties, I totally fucking would. I am that kind of person where I'll give everybody something if I could, you know, but unfortunately I'm poor. So
I can't afford that. Sorry, I can't afford that. I'm so sorry. Okay. So this one I saw, it was an anonymous post in a step parenting group, and I was triggered.
Oh, shit.
And I needed to hear your thoughts.
Okay. I don't think I've read this one.
She titled it reason number 27,029 that I hate myself for choosing this life. For a little bit of context, I am a 24-year-old female pregnant with my first baby. This will be mine and my husband's, who's a 31-year-old male, first baby together. He has an 11-year-old daughter. My mother recently paid for us to get 3D ultrasounds done at an ultrasound/baby boutique where we live. Both her and my husband made comments about how he favors my stepdaughter, who is literally a clone of her mother. There was not a single thing about her that favors my husband. First of all, I sincerely do not see it at all, because the way the ultrasound was making his lips look in certain clips. They looked completely different once we saw him actually sit still. And then they actually looked like mine. Second of all, it makes me so fucking sick to hear that, because in my mind, they're basically telling me that my baby looks like Biomom. It's stuff like this that makes me resent the situation I put myself in so much. I just wish I could experience something that is supposed to be so special between a husband and wife with someone that hasn't been through this already, or married someone that made all this extra bullshit worth it.
Oh, that hurt. Right? That hurt.
That was fucked up.
That hurt. That fucking hurt.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like she's probably extremely pregnant and hormonal and angry.
But why in the
But she's right when she said she's mad that she chose this situation, because in the end of the day, she knew well what she was getting into with a married person. Of course, things come up and it feels different or whatever, but like,
and not every situation is the same.
I just feel like if you love your stepdaughter, I feel like you should be a little excited that they look similar, you know, and it should tell you that they resemble their dad. Mm-hmm. If you really hate on Biomom that much, so you can't even think about the fact that, you know, like, your kids are related.
Like, we literally just talked about this the past, like, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Where Mark and Jaden
fucking twins
look exactly alike.
I think the only difference is the dimples and the smile.
Yeah, because he has literally your fucking smile.
That's mine. Nobody can take that.
She has a mixture of mine and Carlos's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because there are sometimes where I'm like, fuck no, that's Carlos's fucking smile. But then I look at pictures.
The side, it's you.
It's me. Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of get the whole entire, like, ultrasound and all that stuff, and then bringing that kind of shit up.
You're like, I just want to enjoy my ultrasound.
Like, let me just fucking enjoy it. Just
stop comparing.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Because I am very anti-comparing. Especially I don't like when people, like, oh my God, he's, like, not, like, in a bad way, because I always say, I was like, oh my God, like, Mark is just like Jaden when she was small. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Or, like, even Bo, I'm like, oh my God, he looks like Jaden right now. Like, what the fuck? Especially when she was, like, older and she had, like, her hair. That kind of comparison, I don't care. But it's more or less like if it's in a negative way, that's where I'm not okay with, where I'm like, don't be doing that. Like, oh, this one's a lot faster than this one ever was.
Oh, yeah.
I don't agree with whatsoever.
Right.
Like, shut the fuck up. Because every single kid, even if it's the same parents, they're always different.
Yeah, Bo and Mark are completely different.
Yeah, it's like night and day.
But I was going to say, I do understand when it's your first pregnancy and everything's new and you're kind of like, I just want to experience this for what it is and, you know, not have someone constantly. Like, I could see how she is like, can you just let me enjoy this?
Let me just enjoy this, yeah.
And let it be special for me, you know, instead of like, why do you have to remind me of all this other stuff?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just feel like when you become a stepmom, you really have to like accept all of that, you know?
Because that kind of gives me, and I'm not trying to poo on anybody right now at all, but hearing that kind of thing, it kind of tells me that after the baby is born, that you are literally gonna just only favor your child, even if they're in the wrong or anything like that, and then you're gonna exclude the stepdaughter.
I would be really
that
worried.
It kind of gives me that kind of vibe. Even though if you're not trying to like put that out there, like I totally get it, like I really, really do, I truly, truly do. But you are in the situation, you did choose to be in that situation, so you actually have to open up your heart a little bit more, because you don't want to, because in the end, that is his child. That is his. And in a household when it's just you and him, and even Carlos has probably done this, I don't know, but I would be like this hardcore. I was actually fucking like this, where if you were going to come at me about my child at all, and I know for a fact she is not doing it wrong, I'm going to defend her.
For sure.
Period. That does not mean I love the other child, and that doesn't mean that whatsoever. It just means that you are kind of getting out of fucking hand, so I'm going to jump in and I'm going to fucking say something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that kind of like environment, because not only will it make things difficult for you and your husband, but you're gonna also kind of put like a fucking bridge between your child, your bio child, and your stepchild.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. You do not want that, because then that just causes so many problems, and it's just shit that you don't need anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want that at all.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't want, like, for being a other child, like I was a stepchild to my stepmom and my little sister, and it just got to the point where she would choose my little sister over us a lot, even though my little sister was a little shit, which I adore her. Myra, if you're watching, I love you. But it does create that kind of hostile environment where you feel like you're kind of alone, because your dad is like siding with your stepmom because he's married to that person.
Like, you feel separate.
Like, you literally feel like you're just in a fucking little bubble, and then everybody else is over here. That's not. No, we don't want that. You don't want that, because then that causes so much more pain than anything else, and you want to enjoy this time.
Yeah, it just, like, when I hear this, it sounds more like you're just feeling a little insecure about this whole thing, and maybe have a conversation with your husband, like, hey, like, I love our, my stepdaughter, but like, do you mind, like, this is a really special thing for me. It's my first, like, do you mind just not,
toning it down,
saying stuff like that? Because it makes me feel like it's not as special to you. And yeah, I do feel like when you're pregnant and stuff and hormonal, like, it's so easy to get really insecure about stuff like that. And like, you just don't want it to fester. Like, it's okay to feel it, but you also need to work through it. Like, you have to recognize, like, yeah, that's not a very healthy thought. I love my stepdaughter. They are siblings, so they're probably going to resemble each other. It doesn't mean, anything. It has nothing to do with bio mom. Literally has nothing to do with her.
It just means
It just means they look similar
really
because the dad, they're siblings. Yeah. And, I need to work on this, because obviously I didn't realize this would bother me so much, and it's hard though, because you want to enjoy your pregnancy. You want to enjoy that it's your first and all the first things, and not hear comments like that. But honestly, like, even I truly think, like, even if you didn't have a stepdaughter, and it was just like your first child altogether between you and your husband, people are still gonna say shit. Oh, he looks just like
him,
Grandpa Joe, and he looks just like our cousin so and so. You know, like they always do it, and it's not necessarily because they look like them.
Yeah,
it's because they don't know what else to say. People say the weirdest things to pregnant women.
Yeah,
all the time because they don't know what to say.
Yeah,
so they just say stupid shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like when I was pregnant with, after I had Jaden. And, you know, I went through a horrible breakup with Carlos and everything like that. As soon as I popped this kid out, everyone was like, it's Carlos. And I was like,
I did not.
I was literally fucking crying, holding her. Does she have the toe? You know, like, remember how I told you? And, like, they're like, and I remember his sister was like, yeah. I was like, I cried more. And I even said to him, all the shit that I went through, and you look exactly like your fucking dad. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. But honestly, it just means that he just has stronger genes. And it's still your baby.
For sure.
It is still your baby. No fucking matter what. You will always have that bond.
No one takes that away.
No
comment, no resemblance. Nothing's going to take that away. So
just look at it as if, you know what? It's a beautiful baby either way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a beautiful baby either way. And I try my hardest to fight to say that Jaden looks like me. And I know she don't.
She does.
But she does actually. Like, I do have to show you guys some of my pictures when I was her age. Because we do look a lot alike. It's just Carlos does have really strong genes. Actually, his mom. Let me correct that. His mom.
Yes.
Has strong fucking genes. Where he doesn't look like his dad, really. His sister doesn't look like his dad. His little brother doesn't look like his dad. They all look like his fucking mom.
Yeah.
And I've always said that. I was like, no, you guys look exactly like you guys have your mom's, like.
It's funny. When I had Bo, I thought he looked like me.
Mm-hmm.
And people would be like, nah, he looks just like Carlos. I'm like, y'all are fucking crazy. He looks just like me.
Mm-hmm.
And now I look back at baby pictures because Mark looks a lot like me.
Yes,
but now I look back at baby pictures of Bo and I'm like, that's fucking Esperanza's baby.
Yeah.
That's not my baby. That's Esperanza's baby.
I know. And honestly, look it. I think we talked about it like the last podcast that we did, and I was holding Mark and I was like putting him to sleep, and I looked at him and I was like, oh my god, he looks like Jaden right now. And I even sent her a picture. I was like, look at this.
They have the same little sleeping
They literally have the same fucking face. Cute. And like mannerisms. I'm not mad about it at all. And honestly,
because they're cute.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It just makes me, because I can't have any more, so it just makes me feel like, oh,
yes.
I'm just looking at Jaden again.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because even like she'll do like little things. I'm like, oh, like your brother looks so much like you. Yeah. She's just like, Mom.
Yeah.
Stop it. So I was like, no, it just hurts because like I miss that.
You're never gonna be that little again.
Like you'll never be that small again.
I know, it's so sad.
Like you won't talk. You know what I mean? Like so to me it's just more or less because they look like Carlos. That's actually what pisses me off more is that they look like him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Coming from Biomom.
Yeah. Yeah. And coming from me.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like that my kid looks
just
like
know
him.
that now Biomom's gonna be pissed because your baby looks like your husband, which is gonna remind her of that bullshit. So. Yeah.
But you like your feelings are validated. Not saying that it's not, but it's also raging right now too. Because to be honest, before I had Jaden, I've always said I was like, nah, that's fucking that's bullshit. Like they're just using that as an excuse, because my sister was pregnant when I was in high school, and I was like, no, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Like fuck no.
I'm not nice.
As soon as I got pregnant with this one, I was like, oh my god, I fucking I don't regret a lot of things in my life, but I fucking regret ever saying that about a fucking pregnant woman.
That like hormones.
Like no, that's not real. Fuck yeah,
I'm not nice when I'm pregnant.
No,
I'm not nice.
No, I thought you were nice. I thought you weren't that bad.
I have a very short fuse when I'm pregnant. It's not
with Carlos, not with me.
Yeah, I'm not. And at work, poor work. I was fucking everybody up at work.
Oh yeah, at work you were. But I'm sorry, your work kind of deserved it during that time because even I was getting.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just take my leave now.
Yeah,
bye.
Yeah. Your work was even pissing me off, but I feel like your fucking attitude rubbed off on me because I was like, no, fuck them.
Yeah. Good times. Okay, here's the next one. So my fiance's baby mom was at the door dropping off their 4-year-old, and she said, she told me she wishes that we still live together to him. and it's still rubbing me the wrong way. And she's constantly making comments like this, like constantly saying, well, if we were still together, we wouldn't have to worry about us having 50-50. It's honestly getting annoying. Like, my fiance doesn't even know what to say at this point because he wants to keep the peace, but he just respectfully reminds her that's not the case anymore. What would you do if she was saying all this in front of you all the time? Would you even feel some type of way? I'm not threatened, but it feels like she's saying it because she knows I'm right there, laughing my ass off. Also, to add that they broke up when their daughter was 1 because she has zero recollection. Oh no, they broke up when their daughter was 1 years old. She has zero recollection of her parents ever being together. She's been living with me and him for the past 3 years, and we also have a child together, which is her sibling. I highly doubt she said anything about her and him living together. So, like, the baby mama saying that their daughter is like, she said she wishes we still lived together. Their 4-year-old. Even though they've never, like, she doesn't remember them being together.
Dude, that's bullshit. Right? I call bullshit. How many times has this one?
She didn't.
And we have never been together since before she was even fucking born.
Right.
She didn't even know me and Carlos dated.
Yeah.
She was like, you didn't tell me? Born? And I was like, me and your dad were together for a while. Like, I got uncomfortable fucking telling her. She was like,
how come you didn't tell me?
How come you never said, like, how come you never told me? I was like, because it's not your business?
Yeah.
It was before you were even, like, born?
It's funny because she didn't start saying stuff like we should all live together until we became friends.
Yeah.
She didn't give a fuck about you and Carlos.
She did not give a fuck. No.
But when me and you became friends, she was like, hey, Mom, can you just stay here?
Like, she would say little things, like, when me and Carlos would go out to dinner, like, were you guys together? And me and Carlos were like...
which is cute.
I'm like, I'll tell you later, babe, when you get older.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was more of a curiosity kind of thing, though. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, I want you and Dad to be together. Honestly, if I were to even fucking ask her that kind of shit she'd be like, what about Maria?
Yeah.
Where's Maria? She's very protective over everyone that is in her life that she loves.
And, like, the place that they're in.
Yeah. Like, she doesn't want any kind of new people, movement. No, I agree with her. I don't want no new people. I don't want any kind of fucking movement. Like, because to be honest, I don't feel like, and I'm not saying this in a way to where you and no, I don't want you and Carlos ever to break up because you guys are so perfect for each other. It's not even fucking funny. But for me, I'm like, no, I put a lot of effort into this shit, so I'm going to keep it this way.
Yeah.
Even if you guys weren't together, I'd be like, no, I'm keeping Maria in my life. Like, if you were to ever be like, I don't know what you're talking to her, but you can eat my ass. Never going to fucking happen. If I didn't even listen to you when we were together, what makes me want to fucking listen to you now? You know, like, fuck no. You can, bitch, get out of here. But it'd be more or less, like I said, I would have to make sure that the other person's, like, cool, of course. But even then, I'd be like, we're just cool. That's it. Yeah, I want to be your friend. But that
I feel like Biomom's making that up.
No,
and the fact that she says it in front of you is wild.
But that just shows she really wants to get under your skin.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll be the bitch here. Your man not telling her.
Well, he did. He says that's not the case.
That's okay, but that's not the case.
But he needs to be like,
no, you need to be more assertive.
Yeah.
When it comes to shit like that.
I agree.
I'm sorry. Like, I feel like he doesn't want to hurt her feelings. Yeah, I totally get that. You want to keep the peace. I completely understand that. Like, I really, truly do. But if my man doesn't have my back, like, you need to stop saying that. You already know I'm engaged. You know I'm going to get married to this person.
For sure.
I have a child with this person as well. I'm living with them. They're good to our kid. Blah, blah, blah.
Get over your bullshit.
You really need to fucking stop saying that because I know she's not saying it.
And I don't give a fuck if she was.
And even if she was, not relevant. She does not even know that we were ever together.
Yeah.
Because I call bullshit on that because, like I said, Jaden didn't even know me and Carlos dated.
Yeah, right.
At all.
Yeah.
And she'll ask me questions. I'm like, why are you fucking asking me? Like, I don't want to talk about this. Like, You weren't even there.
Mind your business.
It's my business. Mind your business.
Mind your business.
You know, and like, so to me, I feel like that is a total cop out coming from a bio mom that is single, and you know, her and Carlos are together. Fuck no, Jaden does not remember any of that. She didn't even know me and him dated. Like I said, so
that's a good point though about him not being assertive enough.
Like you need to be more assertive. Yeah,
for fucking real. That is one thing I can say about Carlos is he would defend me. Hands if someone's trying to come in and be wrong to anyone in his circle, but especially
you,
he would be like immediately like, what the fuck you gotta say about it? Like he gets crazy. Carlos is crazy when it comes to that kind of insulting stuff. Even if you're trying to be low-key insulting. So
yeah, no, he's psycho. You know, like those,
oh god, what now?
like he's like a sloth.
Like you don't know.
Like, cause sloths are actually pretty dangerous. Me and Jan were watching something on Netflix saying that they're like one of the top like 10 dangerous animals, and me and her were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they don't
fucking look how. And we're watching it. I think she was the one that said that. It reminded her of her dad, and I fucking started laughing. I was like, oh, it is your dad.
That's hilarious.
It is, because he's very nice. Yeah, he's not mean. He's not rude or anything like that.
Polite.
But if you piss him off, it's a whole nother story.
Hi. Oh, you got pants on now. Okay,
I was like, but yeah. To me, it's just.
He's exhausted.
I feel like you definitely need to get your man involved in that and let the bio mom know, like, hey, that's not cool. Yeah. Because I feel like a lot of the things that we have on here with our situations and everything like that, I feel like the dad is always not assertive.
Right. And I just feel like jump. I feel like in this situation, like bio mom is really testing her limits on what she can say because she wants to know like what he'll allow her to say. And so if he really sets a point like, stop fucking saying that shit. That's
like,
really
hey, like you're kind of just
you're crossing the boundary and you're being really fucking disrespectful. Stop.
Yeah,
I feel like it would cut it, you know? So.
Because like I said, we've never done anything like that. Like I said before, and I'll say it again. Any memory that me and Carlos have, and it's like about us like being together, I'm just like, oh, I don't want to say it.
Right.
You know, like point, I feel like it's disrespectful. Like regardless if they're like okay with it or anything like that, I feel like I'm being disrespectful by bringing it up. Hi. But that's a personal kind of thing, you know, coming from a bio mom. I'm like, they're married. It's respect. It's a boundary that I've even set for myself. So never going to happen. You know what I mean?
Like you wouldn't want to be with somebody and have Carlos coming over and be like, oh yeah.
I'd be like,
this one time. I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Like, why in the fuck are you bringing it up?
Yeah.
Like, that's just stupid.
But yeah. So,
yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't be okay with that.
But yeah, these are some good situations. So if you have any that you like, any situations you're going through with co-parenting, mom life, story you want to tell,
single life too.
Single life.
I want to hear some of these single mama lives. I want to hear because I want to see if we're all in the same fucking boat.
Yes.
So
email them into theblendedmamas@gmail.com. Hi. I will put the email in the show notes. You can send it to us, and we'll talk about it on our next episode. So, yeah, have a great night. And all of you moms and stepmoms, I hope that you have the best Mother's Day.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day to you all.
Happy Mother's Day. Bye.